Okay, next game. I've got the San Diego Spartans on red, Reunion on green, and the Canberra Crustaceans on blue. So I think this will be interesting. I think we're going to see some stuff in this game, is my prediction.
All right, who finishes second in this game, Cyrus?
Reunion.
Reunion? Okay, I think I think that's very much on paper. I think that's how it plays out, right? And
that being said, I think Reunion could actually give Spartans a bit of a run for their money in this game because red is, in my opinion, quite underpowered. However, if anybody's going to play red right, it's going to be the Spartans. So sometimes I feel like if you're red, you just don't want to be red.
Yeah.
So yeah, for those of you playing at home, that means I'm not going to defend. I'm just going to get bases. I'm going to get points. I'm going to leave. We're not going to play any sort of defense. So that can mean your 5-man attack a different base, can mean your 2-man attack one and your 3-man attack another.
Yeah, it's an all-in strategy. It's usually pretty good, but the thing is, it's an all-in strategy. There's no coming back from the dump most of the time. Like, it's like 98% of the time you never go back. There's some weird 2% games where you get like 7 bases, and for some reason your base hasn't gone down like more than 3 times. You can come back and actually defend again. I've seen it happen once or twice, but it's just it just too hard.
Firebird going for blue. Ooh,
oh,
who did I him? Gustus.
He looked at his face. It was like, man, it's broken.
I didn't even see Gustus, so that came out of nowhere. Okay, Carton coming in here.
Carton's coming along, I reckon.
Yeah, he's been given a lot of responsibility this year, so I'm hoping he can rise to that. But I think that's really important.
Yeah,
in a developing player.
100%. You got to give him like more than they can handle early on.
Okay, Spartans over at green.
Very simple.
As Carton goes for blue. Okay, Carton picks up a blue, and then I think I see cans, and I saw another small fast Spartan somewhere, so it's hard to identify.
Yeah. There's that archetype. They just sort of blend in, especially ocean blue and whatnot.
Okay, I'm only seeing one Spartan at green, so someone's locked down. There's Stalker over in the mid, so blue is now green as well, so I think we're going to see some action.
The green setups are interesting for me because they're so green. That's
there's Stalker.
Where is he?
He's in the box.
Okay,
there you go. So
well-defined shooter spot.
Well-defined shooter spot for green, unlike blue.
Yeah, I think it seems like that's all the blue's missing, right? The defined shooter spot. Spartans sitting comfortably ahead of Reunion, about 1,500 pack points clear in this situation, which is, I mean, that's pretty par for the course. That's what we were expecting. Paying $1.01.
Red is easily the hardest to pack point from. So I think you have to commit from red. You're not going to get points like poking around in a float. If you want points, you have to go to another base.
Yeah, I guess because there is that long shot from the top of red down to the bottom of green, but they figure out pretty quickly if there's a red shooting that, and you should move slightly and you're good. But yeah, no, you make an excellent point. It's hard to get attacked. Big party at blue at the moment. Looks like we've got some red
cans and stalkers there, as well as Cougar and Firebird. So looks like they've sent Carton Hori. Essentially, or they've pulled out with 3. Blue's going to green. So, big crack over there. Gustus. I've seen Gustus come out of a lot of games with a lot of pack points.
Yeah, he's always in the mix.
And he gets it that time.
He saw the attack of the defender this time, so
he was more aware of the surroundings, and I think that helped quite a bit.
Especially when they attack you from the front. It's harder to see people from behind.
So
we got some crustaceans peeking green here, and Can's going for a green base.
Okay, Can's and Stalker just fought through about 8 people.
That's pretty par for the course for them, right? In the sense that they definitely like to piggyback that base and just have some of the work done from them and then catching in all the attackers.
Some of the bases are actually easier to attack with the third team. They create so much chaos and. I think we might actually see some action at red now. Looks like Firebird coming through.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it happens. Whenever I change the camera, Stalker's there. So Stalker's back home now in defense.
Stalker being
and I think
Spartan peeking red. Dead.
Potato and Cans are over at green now, so they must swap Stalker out. A lot of action. So green is a really easy base to get congested.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it can play to the defender's advantage.
Yeah. Interesting setup here from Spartans in red. They've switched Raven to that sort of, I guess, what the Maroons call the back door. What do you guys call that? The one where Stalker's standing right now? Is that back or front?
Yeah, so Raven's in back pocket.
Okay.
Opinion.
Yeah.
So you see front pocket's empty. And then, yes, Raven's in back pocket. So
Yeah.
with Stalker on that door, that's where I would be more comfortable as a defender.
Yeah.
I think some Spartans have a quick run at blue, so see if they can. Canberra's going to have to make a move soon.
Yeah, I think Canberra is it. I've seen them make a few crying thirds, which is, I think that's one of the most painful things in laser tag is taking a crying third because it means at some point you did. It's the result of indecision or lack of identifying where you're at in the game and then doing nothing.
Sometimes the worst thing you can do is nothing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Any call is better than no call. So Gus has actually picked up green as we were speaking just then. So, as I said, they needed to do something and they did something. Off we go, guys.
Very instinct here. You know, Gus is on the level.
They did arguably. So there's been no hits on Spartans, but it is a very low base game so far. So anybody's still in it.
I also think, Spartans would have been identified as the harder base here, right? So you kind of want to, if you can get away with not getting that base, if it plays less than 5, then you're probably good.
I've had somebody ask, why haven't they switched to the newest Helios system? So I'm assuming they're referring to Helios 2. My knowledge is just that there's no pro version. We can't run pops on a non-pro version of Helios. Yeah, so we need Helios Pro to run this sort of system.
Yeah, and I'm not looking forward to if that happens again, like another half rollout, and not half rollout, but the way it gets rolled out across laser tag sites is all the sites have to eventually upgrade, and that takes a few years. Helios has been around long enough that pretty much all sites have it. So it's very good for the competition.
Yes, we got Canberra over at green, and green over at blue. Oh, there goes Kruger for his blue base. Taking it from that corner there.
Okay, yeah. Underlining the fact that there is no good shooter spot.
I think best shooter spot is to just move around.
Take all of the barrels and then the corner, and
I don't see anybody in red right now, so let's have a look here. Oh, there's Stalker coming back. Set up on. Got no confront door. I wonder if there we go. They must have had a reload cycle.
Green's up on bases but down on pack, which is fine, as you say, because this probably isn't going to 10 bases. So here we go with Potato. Potato just in the blue. Oh, God, came up huge.
I didn't see where Potato was standing just then.
Yeah, I don't think he was on a camera. He must have been on a barrel or tucked in the corner.
Yeah, he must be so far that way. I'm that way. Someone's commented about how Spartans do tend to bully their team into the dirt.
It's a good round robin strategy.
I think we see it a lot in round.
I honestly don't think we do that enough as Sharks. We don't bully it.
I think when you're red, especially, you have no choice. Okay, so Potato's actually going for green now, so they've just swapped over. Sure, I'd seen that.
Potato picking up the green. Yeah, no, I think it's an excellent idea, especially as you say, specifically from red, where you don't necessarily get those passive pack points. You got to make your pack points.
Okay, green's back at blue. However, trying to get through that back. I don't see his teammates.
Neither does he.
I just saw a lot of blue push out.
Okay, Guinea's there. So Guinea and Firebird are playing on the same team in this comp. So
did blue go to reload, or is blue pulled out with 3? That's going to be the question here. Green is starting to roll through them a little bit.
Yeah, because if they so let's say Reunion locks 5 blues, then it's on Spartans to catch up, which they can. No one questions that. Yeah,
they're so far ahead on pack points.
Yeah, they're more than a base ahead on pack points, right? Yeah.
Spartans are at green at the
spot to be in.
Having a look. I mean, okay, look at who needs blue. And Stalker and Potato all need. If they needed it, they could go out with the 3 of them and probably get it pretty quickly.
If they needed it, they'd get it, but they obviously don't need it, right? They know that, we know that, and you know that.
I'm still seeing a lot of like blue defenders, and while that's you need a lot of defense when you're in this sort of position. And no Griffith's going for it.
Here we go. How many red bases can you get?
Oop, going for green.
That's I mean, if Canberra just sets up shop at green, that'd be very good for reunion, right? Just to
not necessarily. If Canberra sets up shop, Spartans go to blue. So it's actually a little bit of a weird game.
It's
where
good.
Like Spartans need a base. I trust them to get it, but can they identify which ones? And yeah, Canberra. Ooh, that was big. Go stalker for blue. I'm on the wrong.
It's amazing to me that the Spartans maintain any amount of voice the following day after you hear Potato screaming like that.
All of it, like they played 3 games yesterday, and they all sound like they're dying.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Get some soothers.
I like to see that their actions have consequences. That's really all I was looking for.
We spend 2 hours of training sessions screaming at the top of our lungs, but you come to a comp in 3 games.
Yeah, you think like maybe there's latitude for some like vocal training to like push with your diaphragm and just like almost
You're going for red.
Oh my god, man, this is a steal and a half. Holy!
As far as dumped, no, I see a potato.
Interesting. It'd be an interesting dump call if they were.
I don't know.
Maybe
they need bases. Where are you at, boys?
Where you
I see Zeropa at green. Quick look there, but I think the action's going to be fairly split now, so I want to sit on the 5x3.
Yeah, so all they have to do is lock up like a blue and a green, or well, there goes their green. They're gonna lock up with blue.
Yeah, we're just gonna go back because I think a lot of stuff's gonna happen very quickly right now. Everyone knows we're getting late game. He goes cans for blue. Okay. So now it's gonna be a little bit of just a race to the finish line.
Yeah.
And like green look like they've got 3 over at red, so they might be able to pick up another easy red. I think blue might be there as well though, so that could slow them down. Are they all there?
Maybe. All right, Gustus is holding red.
Going for red here. Carlton has picked up a red. However, I think green. Where's green base? Going for green. There's Zeropa. So yeah, I think green's dumped. Green's dumped to red.
Canberra are just switching to a very loose defense here. So any Spartan could run through. Here we go. Here comes the Spartan. Running through blue.
I think there's Raven. And there's blue behind you.
Yeah. They know what's up. They're loose defending. It's interesting because Canberra could play the role of devil's advocate. All right, represent. Here we go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't think it's going to cost them. I think there are like a couple.
Yeah, that's.
Oh wow, that came close though.
Usually that amount of tags is.
If he put another shot in, that would have been it. If he had put that second shot in.
What you're trying to tell me is Zeropa tried to throw the game.
Oh,
tried his hardest. He definitely didn't look down, right?
Yeah, game time is on your phases for those playing at home. Like, you can look down. I mean, in the heat of the moment, you're not going to do that. But I know Cairns always wears a watch with a timer.
Yeah.
So, and he was in that base, so Zeropa should have heard that beeping and be like...
I like to think that, the game time has made, not completely redundant, you finally get the phases to beep something in a minute left.
So I'm just looking at the scoreboard, though. Like, Spartans all had positive tag ratios. Their pack points were... I'm going to go but I'm going to go and they were red. And your pack points are generally from red.
Hang on, did you say that pack points was Wait, Spartans or Greens?
Spartans.
Well,
I mean, for
57, 46, 51, 35, 32.
I mean, like, I watched Stock get 3K in pack points in 60 seconds last night, so I'm putting them, I'm at high standard.
Yeah, okay, I would say that's the top of the range.
But, like, Greed had, like, an amazing go of it. Look at how many bases they picked up, and they were going through blue a lot faster than the Spartans were. So that float, so green and blue are so close to each other that the float from green to blue helps that attack so much, because you can almost always have 3 people in attack and 3 people in defense. You don't have to overcommit to that.
I think you're literally describing the strategy for like half the round robin, because I think it's taken all like non-Queensland players 6 games to realize that.
Oh, you just watch the Wolves just run it, and you're like,
oh yeah, we got Wolfpack run over by that. They were green, we were blue, and just like, what the hell just happened?
Oh, just whacks out of nowhere, just arms.
That's it. That is exactly what happened.